Hello everyone, I'm MePhone4 and I'm Son of Beast, and this is NBA2k23 on 2K Sports.
Hello guys, Paintbrush here, and today's another matchup in the new year. We're back for another NBA 2K23. This next matchup is about to be happening here in the Eastern Conference showdown of this matchup. This type matchup is going to be a tough one here for tonight. We have is Philadelphia 76ers. They're playing at Cleveland to face against Cavaliers. Now, Cavaliers are definitely the only team that they made the playoffs in the first time that they made it here from back in 2016 as they won the finals. But this time, it turned out that they were all had faded. But now, they're bringing back together. So without LeBron James, the King James, they're deciding to do is they want to just step it up and take them down where they have it. So we're not sure who's it going to be. We'll have to find out if there's another way to try to step him down like you never knew it before. Here are the key matches in between. From in between the center, there are tough teams in there that are going to be very tight matches to find another way and get right around it. Here are the starting lineups as has occurred. James Harden, D'Anthony Melton, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, and Joel the Process Embiid. The reason why I call it the Process is because that's what they all remember him from Kansas State University, Joel Embiid. He is a famous, legendary player from the Sixers. He is overrated. I don't know what they would do with him, but they are just keeping him for good. And on the Cleveland Cavs side, we have is Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Lamar Stevens, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. Now it's time to send you down to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse to start for our 2K Sports presentation. I will have Son of Beast and Test Tube here on the court side to take it away. It's all you guys. I will see you all later in the halftime show. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome to the Quicken Loans to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Tonight's matchup is about to happen now. The Embiid of Sixers and Mitchell of the Cavaliers. Along with me and Testu, we have Ali LaForce on the sideline. I'll be reporting here for tonight. And there's a lot of tons of fans that want to see it back. Here's Ali.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Cavaliers are a team that's getting attention for all the right reasons. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "To see a young team that's so excited to play together, a great style of basketball, and enormous talent. They're constructed the right way." EA, lofty praise from the commissioner.
Oh yeah, Donovan Mitchell. He's ready for it. Thank you, Ali. And here are the key matchups right on the board. Joel Embiid and Jarrett Allen. Those guys are the toughest players here I've always ever seen. They are definitely got a little bit of more average in between from the center of the zones. I mean, to talk about that one here, it looks like the Sixers are having a little difficulty in that point. They're trying to fight back already. After they lost against the Washington Wizards, it looks like they're just trying to figure things out here from last year to this year. But hopefully in the end, they'll try to come out and stay strong. The ball is tipped as the Cavaliers makes a winning tip-off. We start the game as they're all fueled up and ready to go. Garland is covered up by Harden. Then it's Tobias Harris on Mobley. Jarrett Allen on Joel Embiid. And then another player here, Donovan Mitchell on Melton. And then PJ Tucker here on the other way across of the other hand that we're calling for. I don't know who's the biggest man who just really wants to go for it, but that's all you have to count for in between without Colin Sexton. I am just pretty sure that they're very tough enough to try to keep them down in the high range at this point. The drive is making more sense, but they're not really imperative to try to take over someone and try to knock them down. They're not really important, but you might have to figure it out though. They can be very hard. Defensive coverage here by Joel Embiid to stop the ball as it turns around the other way. Now here's Harden. He has the ball here. He was able to miss out with the games here lots of them, but he's glad he's officially returned to the game. Tucker outside. Makes a bounce pass to Embiid. Around Garland and count the bucket and drive for Joel Embiid. That's his second bucket, and the first foul that's called on Garland. That's the Cleveland first team foul, and he's at the line for one. He's really well. Lots of fake movements out there. Just to keep an eye on the ball movement out there, they were really hacking it off. Joel Embiid is no sign for stopping. That's because of him. He is always making an all-star game. He went to Cleveland last year, and he did play with that one in the all-star game. How well does he have to do? He's becoming a better player this game. Well, pretty sure it is. They say that Cleveland are just putting up a lot of things that they wanted to do for the legendary players to try to hit their run and take their way back. But I'm pretty sure about how this all happened for last year's All-Star, that they really have been playing it before for the 75th anniversary of the season. They really like it, but sometime and ever, they want another one. Donovan Mitchell, floater in, and that's a first bucket for Mitchell. He is really well on that one. That was your Mobile One drive for the Cavaliers. The Sixers lead the trail. Now it's Melton. Looks over to Embiid. Embiid still covering on Allen, but takes it back. Sixers moving the ball around. PJ Tucker. Shot clock down to 4. Melton with the step back. No buckets here for Melton. Now Stevens. He's covered up by Harris. Change it inside. Stevens. Allen back to Garland. Garland looking it over. 5 on the shot clock. With the shot. With the rebound. And he can't hit that time. That's Embiid with another rebound. 2 rebounds in a row. They're not really just trying to help him out. They really want to try to stop an Embiid. I mean, what's the contract gonna do? Are they gonna get rid of him? I don't think so. There might be a lot of players that can try to help him out. 5 to shoot. Wow. Harden was a little bit off the angle with the drive and couldn't try to surrender it. That's too much to give him a cause. Mitchell, screen on Allen. With the shot, take it back in there, and Mitchell takes a second bucket. Mitchell's really good at that point. He's really well into it. Cavs in the lead. Melton feeds back to Harden. Harden over to Tucker. Harden, Tucker, rolling back to Harden. With the step back. No to a good target line, as Allen has got the no rebound. Mitchell for 2. Taking it over the hand, and Embiid knew he could try to take it over. That may be a tough sign out there. Embiid taking a little time off, but he has taken it back to Harris. Around again, and he makes another good basket in a drive. Joel Embiid got another one with Tobias Harris with the assist. They're back in the lead, and the timeout has been called by Cleveland with only 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. I'm noticing this really has to happen most of the time. I guess that the players are really wanting to top things over a bit, and they wanted to get some a little hydration in between with the Gatorade fuel. Doc Rivers is the head coach here for the Sixers after he had made a couple new changes here for our last 2 seasons after the bill has already been suspended and been fired out, not to join back with the team. You know, the legendary players always keep on coming. They really like to bring things back and go back to it where they have from. They really do. Doc Rivers always gotten some great opportunity range. After coaching with the LA Lakers, now he's looking for a good call here to give it back to the Sixers. I'm sorry, it was the Clippers I meant, I should say. But he was definitely really well at that point. Giving some good instructions out there, and there might be tough ones that they can go with again. New changes are coming up here for the Cavs and the Sixers. 4 players are checked out. 4 players are checked in. House, Feivel, and Milton. New changes as LeVert is checked in for Stevens. Also with Okoro and Osmond, along with Kevin Love. Kevin Love. I always really like to see how he can definitely do. With Kevin Love as his appreciation, I really say that he's got a great range out there to give it all he got. And for him, of course, Kevin Love has some mental health issues that he's definitely had. But did show off with the kids here, but he's always loving it. Milton back over to House. House back to Milton. Looks over to Embiid. Over Love. Good shot range, and another 2-pointer comes in for Embiid. He's got 9 in this game, and Ever Cavs are shooting 6 buckets on the score. Lillard, pass over to Okoro. Okoro finds another one, and blocked the pass. House takes the first steal. That's the first turnover on the Cavaliers. That's when you don't want to make that one mistaken, because that will be a hard one to take it back. Feivel, no good in the 3-point range. LeVert over to Okoro. He's fouled. And just couldn't have the bucket in the game. As Okoro is at the free throw line shooting 2. That foul is picked up on House. His first team foul. Now there is another way to give this over a bit. Because at this point, Okoro is looking for a way to get in the game and then try to work his way around the corner. The spots of this one can try to ease it off the moment. Okoro makes the first free throw. Now for this play, we might be seeing some players who might be stepping into the All-Star game for this year in Utah. You know who will it be? You'll have to find out here. So you have a chance to go take a vote here from the app. So you can go ahead and vote it for now. It's not until February here of the All-Star. So you'll keep your eyes up here just in case this goes up with another angle. Angle looking over it, I'm just saying that they're always going to love it. Double man on him. Finds Feivel to the shoot. Feivel up, and he's fouled by Love. That's Love's first personal and Cleveland's second team foul. Feivel at the line shooting 2. And they're giving up another percentage here for the Sixers. I see that one hand was going to be up, but the other one was being elbowed out. I mean, that would have made the turnover much more sense for Love. But what happened though? He didn't really save it all. He didn't make the cut right in from here. That's why. The health issues, it's going to be a payoff, one top rider to top. Feivel off the range, and that will be left out all alone. Robin Lopez checked in for Love, and they're also making new changing up here this year for the offensive to keep it off. Robin Lopez, welcome to the club. Feivel hits the first of the free throw, and now they extend the lead by 2. Here's Mitchell. He's going for 3, and he didn't have the right move to make that percentage right on the board. 5 seconds to go. Love, here's Embiid going inside, and he take it back. Embiid has 11 points, and that ends the first quarter. What a great lead. I'm just telling you now, they are just picking it up. 12-8 score for the Sixers. We'll be right back after this. Second quarter about to begin. As for Embiid has 11 points, and the Cavaliers only have 8. There might be another way to get it back on strong. Strong ability, stronger mighty, they might be looking for it again. Now, I'm talking about that one here. There are so many options. They could try to fight their way back. Because the Cavaliers have really definitely making a great win here against the Hornets. Now this was really definitely on the prioritize, but maybe a very tough goal to make the announce and try to pay it back. They needed a lot of appearance to try to keep their own ability, but that is all they have. They need something bigger to get right over to the game, and that's why they gotta get it. What a connection feed here for George Niang. Has got a first three-pointer, and with Embiid with the assist. Over to Mobley. Over Niang. Off target again as Embiid gets 6 rebounds in this game. Back to Harden. 5:15 left to go. Embiid helps out the screen. Looking inside. Oh, you gotta believe that! One-hand dunk in reverse. I don't even see the point. How can you do that, Embiid? Wow. My gosh. Here's Mobley after the assist comes up by James Harden. Lopez over Embiid. And it's missed again. Niang has his first rebound. Takes it over to Korkmaz. Korkmaz bounce pass to Embiid. Looks over to Niang. Niang finds Korkmaz. Shoots on the elbow. Rebounded back. Again, Embiid. You can count the pressure. As Harden with another assist. As for Ali LaForce, I've been talking to the head coach here, to Doc Rivers. He has a lot of things to go with the responses and trying to take care with the pressure of it. Try not to stay focused. There's a lot of opportunity range that they gotta try to figure it out and try to take it back. There's no stopping on each player if they want to give it back and try to take it over as they can. So that's what they do in order to receive it. Indeed, when you get the call right, you get the call perfect angle to try to take it over. 5 to shoot. Niang for 2. He messed it up again. That's Lopez with the rebound. Osman back the other way, as he hasn't picked up any points yet in the first half. He might need it. Here's Osman up with a layup, and he's fouled. Tobias Harris received his first team foul after coming up with a loss against the Brooklyn Nets. He just only had 2 points in this game, and that is all that they have with their 2-point bucket score. They're really seeing things coming along right now for City Osman. I'm pretty sure that he might be getting over it and try to keep the range to keep it alive. Osman hits the first free throw. There are new changes here for the Sixers and the Cavs. 3 players are checked out. Tucker comes back in, Yang moves over, and Melton is checked in for Milton. Also 3 players are checked out. Allen Love moves into point forward, and Stevens back in again. Osman's second free throw is good. He has his first 2 buckets scored in the free throw line. Cleveland trail by 9. He delivers off to Melton. Melton swings back to Harden. Just 3:15 left to play here in the first half of the game. Now he checks it over. Swings over to Melton. 3 to shoot. Finding over Harris with the 2. It's rebounded by Love. Love has a rebound of his own, and he takes it back. Alley-oop. Oh, wow! My goodness! goodness, Allen just received it, and Garland with the assist. Oh boy, I don't know what to tell you that one. That was insane. Harden delivering over to Tucker. Swings over right to Harris. Tries again. Second bucket won't count in. He missed 2 points of this game, and that's what happened to Harris. He couldn't try to swing it back. Well, he needs it on his own to get back into it. Takes it back. Love. On the A, and takes it back right inside. From the paint. Love has got his bucket, and a timeout has been called by Philadelphia. Only 2:13 left to play in the first half. This one's going to be down by 5. There's so much to talk about that one here. And I know one thing to talk about this one here, Test 2. You know what my favorite player that I really like to tell you all? It is all what I've just seen here for the Cavs to try to put their answers back into place. And they really wanted to give it things all like they always did. I don't know who's the greatest player in this one for the Cavaliers, but talk about that one here anyway. You know, sometimes they're really tough enough to make that one sure comfortable. I really like to say that most of our players are just going to be a very well team to get things over a bit. And maybe the more thing that really might be happening out there, I mean, there's a lots of good things that can tell they would love to be back in again. I'm pretty sure one of the greatest players could be playing here for the Cavaliers and try to take it over. And here's the good thing, Larry Nance Sr. He definitely has a member of the Phoenix Suns and the Cleveland Cavaliers, a 3-time NBA All-Star. Hell yeah, Larry Nance. I like this guy. He's really the toughest one you can always play for with the Cavaliers. Now the new changes are checked in. Right now, House is checked in for Harden, and Milton is checked in for Tobias Harris. Harrell is checked in, and now here are the other three. 3 players are making new changes. Steven over to small forward, Okoro and Mitchell are checked in. Only 2 minutes to play here in the first half. House open. He missed off the range of the target. Now swinging back the other way is Stevens. Stevens trying to pick him inside the lane. Over Milton. Milton fights back with the rebound. What a great stop. I know that Milton was going to get there. Milton over to Tucker. Tucker trying to make a new switch off. Looks over to Harrell. Harrell around Garland and make that count bucket drive for Harrell. That's his first bucket. There's so much options about him. Harrell really need it. A mobile 1 drive already taken up here for the Sixers for tonight. They're just fighting big. After the last season loss against the Phoenix Suns, this really has to happen. Nobody else. They did nothing. Milton, drive and you can bet. Milton has got to dunk down and he says, I'm gone. See ya. And with the house projection of the pass, they're knocking it down. They're really well at this point. Can you believe it? I can definitely tell that. Love on Tucker. 45 seconds to go. Moves inside. Okoro. Allen up. And unable to make the answer. Harrell swings it over to Tucker. Looks over to Harrell. 30 seconds to play in the first half of the game. Milton trying to work their way around a bit. Looks over to Milton. Step back on the side. 2-pointer can't hit the go. Tough shots can't be reliable on. They're going to need to try to work it off. Stevens! Whoa! Stevens just really flies it across down there. My gosh. I just know that. Stevens, high flyer. Milton with a 2. And that is missed off target. First half is closed. A 23-16 lead for the Sixers. We'll keep you on a break. But now, let's head you over to Allie LaForce. Allie, who do you have?
Thanks, guys. guys, and we were Doc Rivers and coach. You guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
You know, we're getting to the paint and making plays. They're a great team as far as rotation, so we just got to make the right passes.
It all starts with attacking the basket. Thanks, Doc.
All right, Ali. Stay tuned. Halftime show is up next. Professional on this one of the game in the first half. Let's have a look here in the first half of the highlights of Sixers and the Cavaliers. There's just going to be tough ones that they can go for. With the start of this one, Joel Embiid. The process is breaking his way on his adoption. And let's talk about the Sixers here. There's some good average out there that they are going to pick it up. And with House that rejected the pass, I mean, there is no stopping on this guy, but they can definitely do it all over it. They're trying to fight back here for after the last season loss against the Phoenix Suns at Phoenix, Arizona. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've already got to pick things up. They made a win against the Trail Blazers. They might be seeing things, a lot of great moments, and they might find out who can definitely have it all. Well, that should do, and it's time now to send you down to the second half to start the game. See you all in the post-game show. Let them know we're back at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse to start the third quarter. As we talked about him, the legendary player never gives up. Joel the process of Embiid. Yeah, I see now. With Joel Embiid, he is well performed out there. 15 points, 7 rebounds, and assists. I mean, come on, man. You can never go wrong with this guy. He's really like the toughest player that you can always bet on. But not too much to worry. They're like a tough one to try to stay in put. With the second half, glad you have us with us here today as we're about to get started right on the board. Harris inside. Count the bucket and one. Garland has got his second personal and another team foul called on Cleveland. Right now at the free throw line will be Tobias Harris at the free throw line. Look at how that play did. And when he went around him, he really wasn't going to try to stop him. And with one hand, he had it. That scoop, and you call that pressure out there, Tobias Harris really wasn't able to pick it off like he did before. Another free throw attempt pitch to make a run, make it more adoptable for the 76ers to pick it up to extension. Harris missing the free throw. Now back over to Stevens. Stevens in the other hand looks over to Mobley and pick it up through 2 points in adoption. Now with the assist, with a great look of a run. That ability might be turning him trouble. Harden right back on Melton. Finds over Embiid. Over Allen. Rejected by Allen. Wow, you really see how this all happened. He is well perfect. First block comes in here for Allen as the Cleveland has gotten a great defensive run. Allen makes a shot. They're down by 5. Working a big run out there. They can't beat it. Here's Melton and Embiid. Oh boy. Oh no, you can't even stop on that one. Wow, are you kidding me? That Embiid? My gosh, I'm definitely not seeing this, how this all comes out. That's why I love this legendary player of Embiid. He never lives it on again. He really wants to keep the pressure alive to bring it out. Great shot here for Garland. And he's got another 2 points here. Without Tyrese Maxey, they're having a chance to try to take him down here if they want to bring it back to go right with the flow. And that might be friends for, say, that Tyrese Maxey will always be remembered on a different team. And in time, they will say, welcome back to the team. You'll find out. Harden shot, unable to make the attempt with the 2 point down. Here's a look on Stevens over Harris. And another miss here by Cleveland. They're going down the extinction out there as Lamar Stevens only has 2. Harden swings around. Looks over to Embiid. Trying to go over it. And a nice pass and a good defense on Jared Allen. He's really well to prevail. And not really to try to reveal it like he means it. He really would like to try to take it over. And that's what he can do, try to take it back. Mitchell makes the 3! And they're down by 2! Timeout called by Philadelphia. With only 3:18 left, their players are just no option. They're just looking for a second win of a streak game to hit back on their option. Because we know that first season, they've already made a loss against the other team against the Toronto Raptors in the first season on 2K17. But I'm sure that they might be seeing things a lot that comfortable out there. They want to prove it again. And now you can know what you want to prove the players on ability one if they wanted to get back into it. How does it feel? What players will try to reach their heights? If you're looking for an optional choice, they try to strengthen it down. Well, they're really tough noticing the answer to this one. But the question, what will they be? I mean, there might be some other players that can try to stop their run. And maybe on that time, they've really got a lot of patience to go right back to the flow. I mean, this is going to be a very tough one to make a call. New players comes in here for the Sixers as Liang is checked in for PJ Tucker. And on the other hand, it's Fleibel checking in for Melton. New players checking in for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2 players are checked out. 2 players are checked in. And offense on that personal foul falls on Osmond. And watch one more time again. Jared Allen, you better be blocking out of here because I'm about to hit your down. Oh, don't worry about that one. Jared Allen really is loving his seat. They love him. Here's Harden with the ball. Harden swings over to Fleibel. Moves over to Tobias Harris. Embiid comes out for the screen. Here's the 2. Tobias Harris can't make the shot. Try to go over it. Fights back to Harris. Over Allen. Allen, great D, and another miss by Harris. Now that's what the pressure is. They really got to do something like that. I mean, they really need something else to try to pick it up. Allen, what a jam! Oh my goodness, can you feel that Allen was all alone? He's really big. After a rebound, then a dunk. How do you feel that way? He's pressured like he does. And that was an AT&T 5G slam cam. Perfect ability run. Harden back to Niang. And he tries again. Niang up, and he's fouled. Wow, turned out to be bad one to call. Jared Allen, his first personal, and the 13th foul is picked up for Cleveland. Oh boy, it looks like the fans are not happy enough at all. I'm telling you now, there's just going to be too much option. Another free throw chance ability coming up here for the Sixers as Niang is at the free throw line shooting 2. Stop the clock at just 2:11 to go. And the fans are starting to get loud. First free throw, it's good for Niang. Now for Love, he will be checking in for Mobley. As Allen still on the cover in the center. That second free throw is good for Niang. We talked about James Harden here after he was not played here for the Brooklyn Nets. How does it really happen to us? Well, the players are really trying to keep their pressure on again, and it looks like they're trying to change it up here again and again. This didn't really happen by anybody else here from last season. I mean, just for 2019 to 2020 season, I mean, they're really just trying to, like, give it all they've got. No other questions concerned. I mean, they're really, like, trying to, like, make it up here to do it on their mind. But they're not really that tough important. Because they really have something else to do with their mind. They're just going to need to try to keep it up with the answers. Ooh, alley-oop. Wow, he lost the ball. I think that Matisse Thybulle had a steal, or Joel Embiid had a steal. This is a tough call. I don't know. We gotta have to go over the replay again here once the game's over. Harris with the ball. 4E to shoot. They need to get the target down. And no punch bucket here for this one. Osman still getting rolling around with the ball. With the spin. Now Garland, covered up by Embiid. Holding the ball. Osman for the lead. Yes! He takes it over. And Garland with the assist. Now they're back on top. What a pressure. The lead is all the change, Osman. Tobias Harris back to Harden. Niang inside over Love. Got it! Bring it back down around. Niang back in the lead again. He has 7. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lillard kites over again. Covered by Thybulle. Trying to help the screen. And Matisse Thybulle with the steal. Tobias Harris all alone and it's kicking back. Lillard with the ball. 10 seconds to remain. Here's Garland. Trying to go for the buzz beater. No good. And that ends the third quarter. Oh boy, this is a tough matchup in the Eastern Conference section. 31-30 game. One of the team, I think they'll be happy enough to take the win and claim it all. We got the fourth quarter coming up in action. When we come back, the last quarter will be an over winner to take it all. This will be tough rise. Let's stand all. And with the candidates here, let's have a look at the State Farm assist of the game. Now, their players are not really the always better opinion on that one. But here's the thing. Watch this play. As for Tobias Harris really runs it around, he had that drive. After Harden with the pass. Now this one turns out to be a real player, so they could definitely try to take it over. Now they have it all, they've got it down. We hope you enjoyed this part of the 3 quarters to play, and now this is the final quarter of the game. Here's Garland, as we're all got the final starting level lineups, filled up and ready to go. Mitchell with the lead. They're back up by 1. Now this one is going to be a tough race out for no adoption. Questions considered, I mean, they're very tough to be honest with Donovan Mitchell. Villain right back to House. New change up for the Sixers. Swings from court box. With the 2. Off the angle. Mitchell with a nice defense. And here's Garland. Oh my! Garland making a dunk move. And they're back up by 3. They're just turning around like a big adoption. PJ Tucker finds Harrell. Harrell over again to Milton. House back in the corner. Milton for 3, ties the game. They're going back again, and House with the assist. That's why the heavy contestants of the shots are turning to be a wild one. Look out below, they're coming back. Mitchell finds Garland. Looks over to Okoro. Okoro back over to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Here's the step in, and the reach is called on PJ Tucker. And they stop the clock at under 4:30 to go. Now checking back in is Belton. Checking in for Korkmaz. A new changeup is coming in for Cleveland as Okoro is checked out, and Stevens is checked in. Here's another angle for Mitchell. Looks over to Stevens. Back over to Mobley. For the two. No. Off the angle again, and Harrell takes it over with 2 rebounds. Slinks off to Milton. Looks to Harrell. Up again. Nice D by Evan Mobley. He's really on that one. Harrell had a little too early to make that plan work. He didn't really want to try to take the defense right away. Garland on Melton. Lopez on Melton. Around again. Wow! Robin Lopez. Unbelievable spin and a dunk. He is well reading. He is believing to his feeling. Timeout called by Philadelphia, and decided to talk it over here with under 4 minutes to play, and we're fueled up with Gatorade. That's why you know they've really got something to say how they did. With the tough move out there, this really has to turn things up. Watch how Robin Lopez does. That was just a tough thing and you could call for with a slam dunk ability. I seen this one. This was a really tough one, I could definitely tell. With that one, spin, get off of me, and then get around it. And there it happened. Wow, Robin Lopez, how are you fired up? You are just going to be start out like you mean it. The NBA 2K Sports of 2K23 is brought to you by State Farm. Like your good neighbor, State Farm is there. Talk to your agent today at 1-800-STATE-FARM. American Express, official card of the NBA. And by Mountain Dew. A 2-point lead score has turned out to be a Cavaliers. They're tough ones to try to take them back, and they wanted to give it all they've got. Some players are not going to be enough to try to keep their range out there. The moment they realize this, it's definitely a tough one to try to say goodbye. But they're not really well enough to try to give it all they've had. And with new players are checking in, PJ Tucker is still back in there, as Robin Lopez is checked out. And checking back in is Jared Allen. Jared Allen, very tough one to be a player like you mean it. Harrell, round again. Take it back, and they're back up to tie it again. Harrell's got 4 points in this game. They're tied up again. Mobley right back to Stevens. Stevens right over to Mobley, back to Mitchell. In around, step back over to Melton. And a no good shot here for the fadeaway. Yeah, really tough not to know. I think they're going to need to try to figure it out. Tucker outside. Finds over Harrell. Harrell swings back to Tucker. Make a move. Tucker almost made it to finish, but it was too short that he had. Plus call for PJ Tucker would have got a first bucket. Allen back outside. Covered up by Harrell. Looks over to McFarland for 3. Got it! 3-pointer out again. They're back up in the lead. Already. They just really can't believe it. Milton back over to Harrell. Now swings back over. Tipped. Almost had lost the ball. Tucker right over to Melton. 5 to shoot. House thinking up a 3. No pointer here as Mitchell takes the rebound. Mitchell, here he goes. Yep, you feel that Mitchell was in a line. What a play. Timeout call by Philadelphia with only 2:07 to go. Now their team is just coming back in there. A little bunch of mistake here on offense, so they're going to need to try to pick it up again. So they're going to need to try to look it over and try to find somewhere else to get back in this game. And with the time to be called for, let's have your look of the New Balance player of the game. And this one goes out to only the top player, James Harden. The Beard Man is really he's like a really well played. No points for him, but he only made the assist on that one. So right now, it looks like he's about to get back into business. Harden looking over, and he didn't make it two. Another missed pointers here for the Sixers, and Stevens for three. Woo yeah! They're off the limit. They're just going all craziness. Without the Sixer run, they're just going back out there. Harris tries it up again. Layup drive, and count the bucket. They're just pushing back where they have it. Tobias Harris not quitting here. Then Tobias Harris drive is already improving in ability. And for Stevens himself, he just really can't believe it. Another free throw percentage coming back here for the Sixers with 1:47 to go. They're trying to kick their back and try to hit it out like they wanted to keep it out of the range. And he has it. They're coming back down by 5. And they're looking for another way to get back into this game. Let's see if they can try to close the gap. No, not this time. And Mobley with the back business. They're just going out of here and they're closing the gap. Harden outside. Looks over to Embiid. Looks back over to Harden. We're down to 1.5 minutes. Harden going for a basket, and he got it. He is on the board. Waited patiently, and he's back in to go. Here's Mitchell. Coming up by Milton. 3 for Mitchell, and no good here. Embiid has it back. And Tobias Harris, and that calls an offensive foul. That turns it over into Cleveland ball. Now that is no good with the push. You're designing it this practice is not the only way to try to make it mobility. And with that player, you're going to have to definitely try to go with another call to try to stop them. Two-pointer! Reaching back in for Mitchell! And he has 13. Mitchell, how can you feel about that? He's all over the bill. Harris for 3. No good again. Allen bringing it back, and the team is on fire. Steven can't hit the three-pointer. Here's another look. Tobias Harris back over to PJ Tucker. Harris again for 3. And no good here. They are down again. And they're going to need to try to pin it back. Embiid! What a block! And Stevens puts it back in. They're just going to fight it again, and they need it. Harden back over to Mountain. Looks over to Embiid, back over to Harden. With a 3, out of room, and that means Cavaliers wins 2 games in a row. Wow. A disappointing effort here as the final score has reached up a 50-41 game. Sixers had lost 2 games this season at away games. And with that being said, I hope this turns out to be a phenomenon, to be a one-of-a-kind of the Eastern Conference matchup. Well, as for me, Son of Beast, along with us two, this has been your presentation here of the NBA 2K23. And now, the post-game show is up. Let's take you over to Paintbrush. Good night in Cleveland. See you all next time. Alright, thank you very much there, Son of Beast. Congratulations to the 2-game winning streak here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They beat the upset here for the biggest part of a toe game tonight. And they're reaching out with the new higher leads of the speed limits. They're just putting a lot of defensive rebounds here, and they're just putting a block on every players that they've done it the best. And only 1 steal has been given. 5 dunks in this performance. It's wow, unbelievable with the game. They're really on the roll. For the Cavs, they've got a great set of ability that they made here. Only 49% here of the field goal percentages, and only 50% here for the three-pointers. This really has to turn things off here with just the fast break points of 9. And the paint was 30. Second chance points was only turning out to be 6. And the defense rebounds was 24. There are definitely a lot of competitions out there, but turning out to be the best of the best. Time of possession was only 13:31 for the Sixers, and only 3 steals, 2 blocks on the other hand. So what a fantastic game here for the Cavaliers. They took out their upsetting teams here of the season of the Sixers to stomp them down. Now they are very tough to play with them like they never mean it. With all the players of this game, this really has to turn out with the team comparison in between. Now it's time for your 3-star players of the game. Let's take you over to number 3. Here we have for the first one here, and number 3. This one has to turn out to be James Harden, but unfortunately, his run out was turning to be only 2 in his game. Here is another one. On the other hand, right now, we have seen something great out of it players. Let's start off with in between. Darius Garland, 9 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists. Like he just really wants to care about all of his ability with the team. They really got it all down on his hook. A great percentage here at the 3-point line. He really knows his way and can definitely try to fire it up like he wants to do it again. I've of all teams, it's my turn to give it all. Number 2, we have is Donovan Mitchell. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and took good combinations of the 3-pointers, field goal percentage, and a performance run. Well phased out. Welcome to the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell. They're always tough players when you know it. And for number 1, the top player of the best, legendary. That goes to Joel, the process of Embiid. 1 block, 1 assist, and 12 rebounds. Only 17 points was made. 2 dunks was performed with a layup. I mean, that turned out to be a reverse dunk. And with that, he just went around it like he'd never done it. And Embiid was saying he wanted it too. Well, not only pointed that you have it all with 20% of the performance run, how can you know that Joel Embiid was like no question? So at that point, that is the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed this matchup. This was extension that they played here before. And we're going back to the commentary of this game. We go right into Kevin Harlan and the crew, along with David Aldridge. That will be the next game for the Denver Nuggets and the Washington Wizards here back at Capital One Arena. So at that point, the next game that will be back here, and the prime time of this game, will be Me Phone and Son of Beast. Our biggest 2 that they played here since the first game. So at that point, thanks for watching. Peace out, everyone. For a while as the NBA 2k23 dial. This is Paintbrush, and we'll see you all for the next game of the NBA 2K Sports. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow him on his social media on TikTok and Instagram. That's the part. Links are in the description. And with that point, keep your eyes peeled here as the playoffs will be coming in here for the deals that will be up on its way. So at that point, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Paintbrush is out of here. Good night. Brotherly love and Cleveland Town of the Cavs.
If you don't, somebody will.